Hey traders, welcome back to Your Nifty Guy. I hope all of you are doing well. Today's session was volatile yet largely sideways, and honestly, this is exactly what we had anticipated in our analysis yesterday. The market tried to create momentum on both sides, but instead of a clean directional move, we saw sharp swings, quick rejections, and a classic range-bound structure that punished traders who chased candles. In today's video, I'll quickly walk you through how Nifty actually moved today, which levels really controlled the price action, and how our plan helped us stay disciplined in a difficult whipsaw type market. It was one of those sessions where the move looked simple on the chart later, but during the live market hours, patience and execution made all the difference. After breaking down today's structure, we'll build a clear and practical trade plan for the next trading day. So you are prepared before the market opens, not reacting after the move is already done. This is not about prediction, this is about being prepared. So if you trade Nifty regularly and want a clean, rule-based plan for tomorrow, make sure you watch this video till the very end. And if these daily plans help you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Your Nifty Guy. And before we start with the analysis, again, the link to the Telegram channel is in the pinned comments, so make sure you are subscribed there as well. It is just one more medium for me to be able to connect with my audience, where I will be sharing the news related to stock market along with my views in the live market as well. So make sure you are subscribed there. Now, getting to the uh, Nifty analysis for today. The market opened with a very slight gap up, and as we had anticipated, today's market was extremely sideways and an inside bar inside yesterday's candle itself. In fact, inside this larger mini swing of the budget trading day. And after the gap up opening, markets did move up. Today was a no trading day for me because nothing actually formed as per my particular setup. And we had yesterday itself discussed that in between this particular zone, we will not be looking for any active trades. We are either looking for a long entry above this or a short entry below this. But then mostly what I had told you was we can expect a sideways range bound day with a lot of trappings, right? And that is exactly what had happened out here. Once people saw that okay, market is in the mood to maybe go up, it trapped people who would have created long entries out here. Then again broke down below yesterday's low as well as today's low, and immediately went back up, trapping people who would have shorted the markets out here. Post this again, market broke out above current day's high and immediately went back in, trapping people who would have created long entries out here, but then ultimately again closing near the day's high. Uh, but then in entire scenario, today I believe there was some VIX crunch as well. India VIX, okay, yeah. Uh, India VIX did fall down, right? As you can see, and that the same was also reflecting in the option prices. I had a good option selling trade. Again, I did not trade in the option buying side, but then again, the option selling setup that I am experimenting with led to very good results. In fact, such brilliant results because of the volatility crunch that what I target in a week was achieved in 1.5 hours of trading, and then the trailing stop loss hit once this particular move came in. We'll discuss it in another video, but then again, markets moved exactly as we had anticipated. A perfect inside day. Of course, you don't see candles like this, which is such a with a big range on Nifty very regularly, and it is not just for today, but then again, we can expect the next couple of days as well to be a little bit sideways. What we can do is we will be deleting these lines at least for now. We'll be creating our fresh levels for the trade tomorrow. Nice thing to observe out here is while the markets made the low on budget day. Uh, there is a slight positive divergence on RSI, right? You can see out here around these lows, the uh, RSI is higher compared to, sorry, the RSI is lower. While the prices have made a new low, RSI has not made a new low. So, point to note is there is a slight high divergence on the daily time frame. We will not be basing our trading on this, but then this is something that you need to keep an eye on. And from this high till this low, we will also be marking the zero point 0.5 to 0.618 zone. So this is simply we're connecting this swing with this swing. This is the daily time frame fib. All right. Now we'll quickly observe the smaller time frames. I think this is something that we had exactly anticipated. After such a big move, there's also something concept which is known as mean reversion, which is once the prices stretch too quickly in one particular direction, it usually comes back around the median, which is the any moving average, maybe a 20 moving average, 15 moving average, whatever it is, and then again after coming closer to the average, it continues in the original direction. So that is a concept which is known as a mean variance. Just a second. Yeah, almost the same levels. So the daily time frame fib levels are perfect, and we'll be basing our trading plan for tomorrow based on that. So exactly. So we're planning to create a long above this swing, and even the daily time frame fib levels are around here. So this makes a good setup for a long trade out here. Okay. And another thing to observe is we have already approached these levels once. We have not broken out above it. If we open flat or slightly negative, create another high, and then going back down here, we can also take a short trade. So this is already done, up move. If we see a slight negative structure, try to understand uh, the trade that we take will be dependent on how the price action is approaching tomorrow, right? So that we don't get confused. I'm just slightly moving it ahead. One part of this particular leg, the move upward is already done. We need a slight dip, maybe another high, and then once the neckline breaks, we can create a short entry out here as well. And do we take a short trade? Mostly, I am expecting some more sideways momentum until so the real move on the upside won't be coming until unless the budget day high is crossed. And just a second, let me quickly have a glance at the daily time frame. Yes, so I believe we are at again, Nifty is at a critical level right now. If we break out above the daily fib levels and then continue, we can obviously scalp on the uh, smaller time frames, but then again we will be approaching the weekly fib levels, which are there is still a good amount of scope which is there. That is the reason why I have marked this particular trade that can be taken. And once we are around these levels, we have to obviously look for a trade on the short side. Of any weakness in the market can be used to take a trade on the short side around these levels. And I'm not be marking because these are far-fetched levels, but then of course we know that above this particular high, we are taking a long trade. Again, I want to find out a level which is where we can take a short trade early on in case if we none of these scenarios are playing out. Let me quickly simply be marking, right? I will be simply be marking the zero point 0.5 to zero point 0.8 zone of this zone as well. The up move which came in from today's bottom till today's high, this is simply nothing else but the same thing. I will change this color to green. And I am using this zone simply to take a early trade on the short side in case if we are None of these scenarios are actively playing out, and we are seeing markets moving back below around these levels. Is something what we can also do is uh, if we come back around these levels and we find some support, we can also take a long entry. So a lot of scenarios simply because we are bound inside a very, very massive big range candle, which is there on Nifty. And right now, this is the time that we need to play safe. So yes. Keep an eye out on these levels tomorrow, and again, keep the trading activity to bare minimum. Tomorrow is the weekly expiry of Nifty, so anybody who is into trading option buying like me, my genuine and only suggestion to you guys will be to shift your entire trading to the following week's expiry, and only if you get a trade which is the hero zero trade based on the OI and the change in OI in the second half of the day, that is something which you can take in tomorrow's expiry. Rest, make sure you shift your entire trading, intraday trading to the next week's expiry. You will be paying a slightly higher premium for your entries, but then you will be doing yourself and your capital a much needed favor. So that's the complete Nifty trade plan for tomorrow. Remember, today clearly showed us that in a volatile and sideways market, discipline matters more than prediction. Stick to your levels, wait for confirmation, and protect your capital first. If this video helped you stay objective and prepared, do hit the like button and subscribe to Your Nifty Guy for daily rule-based Nifty trade plans. I'll see you tomorrow with a fresh plan. And always remember, the market doesn't reward excitement, it rewards patience and consistency. Cheers and thanks for tuning in.